Damn it. Kermit and his Muppet friends won again. Oh man. The refs freaking strike again. Alright, so I'm gonna recap the whole thing. So for the first half, I don't it really was like a tale of two halves, because first on one the first half the Chiefs didn't seem like they were doing shit. Then all of a sudden they're like, oh, we gotta play defense, and then they start playing defense, and then the Eagles, I have no idea what the hell happened to them. I don't know if they, were so like in awe and mesmerized by that weird halftime show that they didn't know what the hell to do with themselves or what. But I mean, at least it was a good game, and there were a lot of bullshit penalties, but it wasn't like overboard. I think it was funny that even at the beginning of the game, that the refs, when they introduced the referee, the head referee of the game, he was getting booed and shit. I think that was hilarious. But I had no personal dog in this fight. I'm a Raiders fan, so obviously I'd prefer if the Chiefs didn't win. Not only because they're rivals, but their fan base is a little annoying, and it kind of sucks that the league is kind of giving them. Not, I don't know. I mean, not to say that it's always rigged for them like how it is for the Patriots, but it's starting to seem that way. It almost seems like the league is like grooming Mahomes to be like the next Brady. So like, oh, get ready and buckle in, because we're gonna have to deal with Kermit for the next fucking 10 years or some shit. Jalen Hurts did a great job first half. Second half, I mean, he did good second half, but not as he was doing as in the first half. And I don't know, it just seemed like their whole like mentality kind of changed, like with the Eagles. They only scored 3 points. They only scored 3 points in the third quarter, even though they had the ball for most of the time. And then I think there was like one or two fourth downs where they didn't go for it, where on the other hand they were going for it. So I don't know what the hell the deal was. At least it was a good game, but still it's just annoying as fuck to see the damn Chiefs winning again. And because of a bullshit penalty. Like in my opinion that was bullshit, because that wasn't a hold. Like if you're holding, like you're a hold, like he grabbed his arm, but he let go and he let him go forward. Like that wasn't a hold in my opinion. And then plus there was even two catches there where the refs were like, "Oh, I don't know if this is a catch because the ball moves so much." It's like, it's not fucking Madden, okay? Like if you catch the ball, you're running and you fall on it and you're like rolling, the ball's not gonna perfectly stay in place. Like this basic physics. Like it's not gonna be like Madden where you could catch a ball one hand and do a 360 flip and the ball won't move at all. They even like, if the ball moves like an inch, like, well, I don't know if he maintained control. It's like, come on, man. It's like, okay, let's see you try to catch something like that and the ball not move a single inch. But yeah, I mean, there was a couple of those. I mean, they stood on most of those, which is good. But that holding call, I think, was kind of, or no, it wasn't holding. It was either pass interference or holding. I forget which. In the fourth quarter, that basically put the Chiefs in position to kick the field goal. Which once again, they got in position to kick the field goal because of a bullshit penalty. It's like, okay, like, you guys can even, like, if you're gonna rig it, at least be clever on how you're gonna do it and don't do the same shit. But yeah, it was just annoying as shit. And then plus, like, even like, I didn't watch the whole thing, but like a little bit of like the celebration where Kelsey's like, oh yeah, no, pick the Chiefs to win. Yeah, I'll show Joe. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up. You had the whole lead like dick riding you guys, and you're acting like you guys were the underdogs and no one picked you to win. He's over there cutting a freaking WWE promo, acting like he's all Mr. Badass, Billy Badass over there. Yeah, Noah picked the Chiefs. That's why you can't count out the Chiefs, bro. I'm gonna show you next week in the ring. That's what he sounds like, dude. Relax, come on. I'm not cutting a fucking WWE promo. All right, so I guess we'll talk about the whole experience of the Super Bowl, just like watching it. Oh, the halftime show. What do I think about the halftime? I mean, the halftime show, the music wasn't bad. Like, Rihanna's not too bad. The only thing I was weirded out by was the freaking backup dancers, like these like Eskimo marshmallow things that are like gyrating and freaking humping the air and shit behind her. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? It was just like a little confusing, but I mean, I could do without those things. But besides that, I think overall it was pretty good halftime show. They've done pretty well these past couple years, better than some of the ones they had in the past. Some of the ones in the past are like, oh my god, why did you pick this person? So I mean, the halftime show was pretty decent. Oh, and then even after that penalty happened, Patrick Mahomes is over there pointing his finger like fucking. It's weird because lately he's been like flopping and like pointing his finger, being like, look, referees, look what they did. It's like, dude, he reminds me of fucking Randall from fucking Recess, like already ready to snitch on people for shit, ready to like point shit out, to benefit him and his team. It's just like, and that's almost as bad as basketball. Like when he was doing that shit, it's like, oh great, now we have fucking LeBron of the NFL right here flopping and be like, where's my penalty? Where's my penalty? Like, I hate that shit. It's just so fucking cheap. I didn't like that either. Fucking looking like Randall from Recess. It's a mix of Kermit the Frog and Randall, which I think is ironic because, in my opinion, from what I've seen from different games, not only like when they've played the Raiders, but even a few times in this game, the Chiefs' offensive line always holds. They hold all the time, but they never get called for. That's why Mahomes has so much time, because they hold a lot of the time, but they don't get called for it. So I don't know. It'll just be really interesting to see what happens and if this is like another dynasty, quote unquote. I really hope not. We don't need another fucking dynasty. And I don't know. I really hope that's not the case, but it's starting to look that way. But yeah, I mean, overall, I guess it was a good experience besides them winning. But even though like I wanted the Eagles to win, I just had like this pit feeling in my stomach that the Chiefs would win. Almost like if you just like ate bad food and you're just like, oh god, that's the feeling I had. It's like, I know they're gonna fucking win. But yeah, it sucks that football's over. I don't really pay attention to any other sports, but hopefully it goes by quickly so we could start new and hopefully better with the Raiders, but we'll see. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this recap, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you.